Dear Centenary students, hope you are staying at home and staying safe. My name is Saksham Singh, your computer teacher. This is the book for class 8th. This is the cover page of your book, and these are the contents of your book. So first two chapter is for PA 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 chapters are for essay 1. So let's start with the first chapter. Chapter 1, Computer Networking. A network is defined as a supportive system of sharing information or services among a group of interconnected people or things. We use different types of networks in our daily life. For example, radio and television network, which are linked by wire or microwave relay to telecast or broadcast live program across the world. The telecommunication network help us to communicate with any person at any time around the world. Video conferencing and internet are also examples of networking. As you see in your daily life, these radio and television are also a part of your network. These are broadcasted their channels. You have uses WhatsApp group. It is also a network of teachers and students. We send your videos and you send your work. So this is a type of also a network. So what is a computer network? A computer network is a group of interconnected computers and peripherals. They are connected through data communication system. Computer network allows sharing of hardware and software resources among various users working on different computers. These resources can be data files, application software, or hardware devices like printers or scanners. Computer network facilitates sharing of information through communication channels. Connectivity of a computer network can be wired or wireless. The network can be of two types: public network like internet, private network like internet, and extranet. So network is the main use and use of the network is sharing of resources, sharing of data. As you seen that I have four computers and I install four types of games in different computers, like first game 1 and game 2, game 3 and game 4, and all are connected in a network. So anyone, like anyone on any computer will share any game and play any game in any computer. Okay. Now, internet is the network of computers all over the world. The world internet is formed by inter plus net, that is international network of computers. Inter means in between. Anybody can use internet, therefore it is a public network. So with the help of internet, we have to share your information. We have to download any information. They all are interconnected with each other. Internet is a network which is within an organization. Inter means within. It is based on internet technology. It provides organizations information and resources to each computer or user member fast. It protects data from unauthorized person. It is considered as internal restricted access network. Internet is restricted to authorized user, therefore it is a private network. Like your WhatsApp group, like WhatsApp group of class 8 is secure. No other class members is not added with the permission of the admin. It is also a intranet network. All the members of class, all the students of class 8 are connected, not any other class students, and no any other teacher of another school is added with the with regard to the permission of the group admin of our principal sir. Okay. Next, extranet. Extranet is a private virtual space to securely collaborate and share information. Extranet user uses internet as a network to reach out to clients or employees at different locations by any organization. Extranet sometimes seems to be an extension of a company intranet or internal network. In extranet, other companies are brought into fold of company's private network with access to specific information. Extranet requires no hardware or software. It requires no expert, so it needs less investment. It requires no setup. Users just need to sign up online and get started. Users will pay as they go. Extranet are becoming very popular for business partners to exchange information. Extranet is just like a that you have acquiring any property. Just as you see there is your company, and you have all the products here, like in your in so you have provided some products to the other users also. So that is, you are creating your extranet, and this is your internet. Okay, understand this? This is a diagram illustrate the computer network. These are the computer networks. Internet is the whole thing, and extranet. Okay, internet. And firewall, it is firewall like your guard, which is standing on the gate, helps you to protect the network. Now next is components of a communication network. The basic components of a communication network are as follows. First one is message. The information to be communicated is called message. Any information which is to be communicated in between you and me is message. It may consist of text, numbers, pictures, sound, videos, or a combination of all these. We have sent you video with a combination of text, that is, this video is sent by this teacher, so this is also called a message. Now sender. A sender is a device that sends a message. It is also called a source or a transmitter. A sender can be a computer or a computer related device. Sender is, we are sending your video, so we are the sender. It is required. Now receiver. A receiver is a device that receive a message. It is also called sink. A receiver can be a computer or a computer related device. Who is receiver? You received a video from us. Okay. Now next is medium. What medium we are using? A medium is the physical path that connects a sender and receiver. It is used to transmit data. The medium can be a copper wire, fiber optic, and so on. It is also called communication channel. So we use communication channel like WhatsApp we are using for medium to exchange our information. Now advantages of a network. Computer networking has brought efficiency, economy, and effectiveness, which enhance the probability in most of the organizations. Some important advantages of network are given as under. First, communication. Users of computers connected to a network can communicate with each other. This can be done using email or instant message services such as chatting. Even online meetings or conference can be held between the users connected to a computer network. If the individual computer have video cameras or webcam installed, then video conferencing can also be done on network computer. These days seminars are also attended online. These are called webinars. So communication, it is very helpful, like our Zoom app will provide you the communication between all over the users. Now connectivity. Interlinking of computer allow efficient communication among co-worker. This helps to have an updated information. So we are all connected, our students and teachers are connected, not just as in school, but we are connected with some way. Exchange of information. It helps to send and receive information without using peripheral storage devices such as CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc, flash memory, and memory card. We have exchanged information with the help of internet. We are not required to send this video with the help of pen drive or any other device. Cost effective. Personal computers are cheap. They have better performance ratio compared to large computers such as mainframe. So many prefer to maintain computer network than single centralized computer. Computers that are connected in a network can share various computer resources such as hard disk and a printer attached to one computer. This saves the cost of purchasing separate printers for each computer. Similarly, instead of having a small hard disk in different computer, it is better to have a one large hard disk in the server. Cost effective is that you all are like 20 students are sitting in a computer lab. So I give you a letter to type in your MS Word. So in computer lab there is only one printer, so it is okay, we shared this one printer to all the 20 computers. So when everyone is not type the letter at one time, everyone requires not dissimilar time. Okay, so when one is completed, you will send the paper and printing has been done. So there is a cost effective. Okay, reliability. If single computer in a network goes down, the user can work on another computer, no data will be lost. If in 20 computer one computer is shut down, then 19 students will do their work, only one student is left. Efficiency, modification and updation of data can be done at a single point in a network. This brings more accuracy and efficiency in working system. Efficiency means if I need to update only one printer, not all, because these are not there. Redundancy, as the data and files are shared on network, hard copies are reduced or eliminated. Computer network also gives access to remote database. As the hard copies is not there, only the soft copy is there. Easy access and maintenance of information. A computer network enables file sharing across the network. This makes information easier to use and maintain among the network user. Easy access, you have to access any information on the internet or network. Storage, media, data and files are not scattered, as it can be stored and shared on a network drive. This network drive can be accessed by every user. As you in your chat, like in your group, all the videos are shared. You have to download one by one and watch as according to you. Okay, and after you watching this, you want to delete or delete it, otherwise save it. Hardware, software resources. The hardware devices which are rarely used, such as scanner, printer and CD writer, can be installed in a network. Likewise, software stored in one computer can be shared by other users connected to the network. This reduces the cost of hardware and software. So only one printer is used in for the 20 users, so it will reduce the cost of 19 printers. This is the hardware sharing, and there is also the possibility of software sharing. Okay, we need to install one program in computer, and this computer is shared between 20 users if the software is rarely used. Network components and technology. To establish wired networking in a group of computers, we require the additional components that are as follows. First is nodes. Workstation. A node is a computer or electronic device that is attached to the network. The computer and other devices that communicate with each other in a network are called nodes. The nodes work as a transceiver. It means they transmit as well as receive message. Nodes are also known as client or workstation. As any computer which are connected in a network, we called it at node, and it will receive or send message. Okay, now server. Nodes are connected to a computer system which provide them service, known as server. A server is an ordinary personal computer configured to work as a server. It is a central computer or electronic device that connects different computers with each other. It can also be used to store information that is to be shared by all the computers on the network. It is fast in processing and has high storage capacity. There are various types of server. Database server. This server stores and manages the large database, so the client or nodes can access the data. Microsoft Access and Oracle are examples of database server. Application server. This server have customized application software to communicate with a node. It searches required data from database server and provides it to node or client. It is a user-friendly front-end database server. Windows and Java and Hydrate are examples of application server. Mail server. It is an internet-based server which stores, sends and receives the mail and executes other email-related operation for other clients. Also, Gmail, Yahoo are examples of mail server. Web server. This is also internet-based server which provide web page and files to client web browser. As you see, you will assume this is a computer, and there are 4 more computers. All they are connected with this computer. This dark, I will write it. This dark, and I have assigned this computer all the large capacity of data, or we can say large capacity of hard drive. All the database I installed there, all the application I installed there, all the mails I've installed there. Okay, so any computer like this computer and this computer and this computer and this computer, any computer want to access any information, it will connect it to this. All these are called nodes. But this one is providing the services to the other nodes, so this is called the server. All these are called these are the nodes of this server, because this particular computer. This pink color computer provide the services to the all the users. Third one is networking cables. As you know that all the computers are connected with cable, or it may be wireless. So our mobile phones, when we are calling, all the mobile phones and these types are connected with the wireless connection. But we are in our office, all the computers are there, so we are connected with the wired. Networking cables. So in wired connection we require networking cables. Networking cables are networking hardware used to connect one network device to other network device, or to connect two or more computer to share printers, scanner, etc. There are following types of cables. So there is a types of cable. As you see, when you in Diwali you have to decorate your home with the lights. So there is another type of wire is used having two positive negative only. But as you see in your DTH connection, there is a wire of like this and have some silver foiling over there, and one copper wire instead between. Okay, first is twisted pair unshielded shielded cable. It is commonly used in telephone lines. In a twisted pair cable, different wire pairs are twisted together to separate them from other wire. It is cheap and easy to install, but it has very low data transmission. As you see in your telephone lines, there is a twisted pair cable. All the cables have different names. Now another is coaxial cable. These are very popular cables used in TV. They are bit expensive cable. In coaxial cable, a single wire is bent and twisted. It creates a electromagnetic wave inside the cable. They have a greater transmission capacity. As you see, this is a twisted pair cable and this is a coaxial cable. As I told you that this is outside insulation and this is inside insulation, and this copper wire and copper mesh. Okay, now another is Ethernet cable. These cables connect network devices like modem, router and adapter. They have data transfer rate up to 1000 Mbps. Ethernet cables have higher transmission. Fiber optic cable. As the name indicates, it transmits light instead of electrical signals, so it can transmit large amount of data at a longer distance. In a optical fiber, glass is present at the center. The glass is covered with protective material. It is more expensive than twisted pair or coaxial cable. However, it can transmit data over long distance without corrupting it. As you see, this is fiber optic cable. It is very much used in when you have to transfer the data for long distances. Okay, and this is your Ethernet cable. So another one is network interface card. As the name indicates, it is an interface between motherboard and network cable. It is also known as Ethernet card or network adapter. A computer must have an NIC to get connected over a network. It has to be fitted inside a CPU. All you know, there is a requirement of transmission networking cables, but these networking cables, either this and this, all these are connected with the in the CPU, but these are connected with in the CPU in network interface card. This network interface card has a port. You have to connect this cable in this and another cable in different computer to connect two or more computers. Okay, another one is modem. The word modem stands for modulator, demodulator. A modem is a device that converts digital information into an analog form and vice versa. This is needed for data transmission. A modem can be placed internally or externally. A computer is connected to a modem with the help of cables. As the word modem stands for modulator and demodulator. It is helpful in transmitting of data over the internet. Hub. A hub is a small, simple and inexpensive electronic device that joins multiple computers together. The function of a hub is to send out anything that comes in through one port to all the other ports. For example, if a message comes in through one port for computer A, the hub sends it to all the other computers connected via different ports. Each computer decides whether it is targeted recipient of the message. If yes, the computer responds. If no, it ignores the message. In our figure, the message was for computer A, so it responds again. The hub sends the response to every other computer via the respective ports. As you see, the message in this is the hub. The message is for hub A. So all the this hub transmits all the three computers this particular message for hub, message for computer A, message for computer A. But the but only the, see this figure, but only the computer A responded, no one other will respond. If like in your class there is an announcement for any student, I will ask you who is Mr. this, so only the Mr. The name of the student will respond, others will keep quiet. Same as the function we will see in hub. Okay, another one is switch. A switch performs the same function as a but more effectively. It pays attention to the traffic that it comes across. A switch identifies the sender and the receiver of the message. This means that if a message is for computer A, the switch will send it out to the port to which computer A is connected. Unlike a hub, it is not broadcast the message to every port. When computer A responds to the message, the switch sends the message out just to the receiver. Therefore, the network traffic only goes where it needs to rather than every port. On busy network, this can make the network significantly faster. As switch is used to send the message, first of all he identified the person and only send the message to computer A. As I am a teacher, I have just in a hub I announce the in whole class who is Mr. This. So the all the my sound is always all broadcasted to every student. But I in comparison to switch assume that I am a switch. I will find out who is Mr. X in your class. I will go to the Mr. X and uh, give the message, this is the message for you, and receive the response and give to the receiver. So this is the function of switch. Okay, as you see there, only the computer message for computer, only the response. So their connectivity is, there is no network traffic over there. Okay, if there is a this helps when there is a three message come from, message for A, message for B, message for C. So when in comparison in hub, all the message for A, message for B, message for C, message for A, message for B, C, message for A, message for B, message for C. So there is a network traffic over there. Okay, at switch is more but in comparison to switch is more efficient. It will send only there is a message for A, there is a message for B, and there is a message for C. Okay, so there is a less network traffic. Next is router. A router is a hardware device which is used to exchange data between different computer networks instead of hub switch. It acts as a traffic controller for data to and from the internet. The function of a router is the same as switch. The only difference is that a router forwards a message based on the IP address, which a switch forwards a message based on the hardware. Due to this, different router can route the message between similar networks instead of just the local ones. As you see, this router, switch 1 and switch 2, and in this switch these computers are connected, these computer, as I told you that this is the branch 1 and this is the branch 2, this is branch 2 switch and this is branch 1 switch, and these are the computers of branch 1 of your branch of your school, and this is the computers of branch 2. But how will we connect these computers? These computers are connected with the router. So router helps you to connect different networks. Okay, now ninth, gateway. As the name suggests, it is a hardware device that acts as a gate between two networks. Unlike router, gateways are used to connect a dissimilar network in the same area. Thus, it is used to make communication possible to networks with different architecture, which defines how devices are connected, and protocol, which are rules that govern how devices are interacted. As you study later that these computers are connected like this tree structure, any structure will follow. So gateway connected different types of structures of network just as router. Okay, like this is the gateway, this is the router for these two mobile phones, and this is the switch of this connector and the gateway connected there. And through the gateway gateway, these mobile phones and these computers are connected. Okay. To know, wireless networking allows network to be deployed without cabling. Spaces such as outdoor area where cables cannot be laid can have wireless network. Bluetooth is a wireless technology used to interconnect mobile phones, computers, printers using short range of wireless communication, as we use Bluetooth. Now next is a computer system can also be connected to the modem without using wires. To set up wireless networking in a group of computers, we need the following additional hardware component. So in wireless networking we need all these components as well, but there are two additional component: wireless network interface card. From in wireless communication we use network interface card, but in wireless we need to wireless network interface card. It is a network which is used to connect devices without the use of cables or wireless. WNIC uses as an antenna to communicate through microwaves, and router as mentioned above. So in the next video we will discuss types of network. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.